Jackie Mao. He got smacked around a little bit more by PPD. You know, these two have always clashed a bit. They're very different personalities, and
PPD wasn't sure if they were actually guaranteed top 8.
he just wanted to check. You know,
You
just
know,
wants to
it's
make sure. Like, are you guys top 8 yet? How's it going over there? You know, in the bottom
Right.
half of the bracket. He's just being a friendly, chatty guy,
Yeah.
looking out for the North American representatives. Cloud9.
I don't think they were greatly appreciative of him being concerned.
No, I don't.
Before we go into the match, our small 5 days bet about who's gonna win each match has finished, and we have a winner and we have a loser. Let's start with the winner. The winner of the bet
Of Bruno's Casino.
Bruno's Casino is actually Cinderan with 1,000,000 points. Cinderan, you earned the right to give this to the loser. The loser. Is it you, Andrew?
It's not me.
Is it you, WinteR?
Sorry, friend.
The loser of the competition. LD.
Now, I have two arguments. I couldn't decide which one I wanted to use. First of all, is I really won because I get to wear the horse mask, and that was my
Right.
goal all along. And argument number two is I didn't even get to participate on day 2. It's not fair. No.
You won, so it's fine.
Oh,
You
oh
get to
God.
wear this during the
oh
pre-show.
God, I can't breathe.
It's fine.
He's
It's
already
gonna-
It
suffocating.
smells like Shannon and Pepto.
And Pepto.
It smells like Pepto in here.
And he's also a Patriots fan.
I can't feed Twitch chat now. How am I supposed to do the panel?
Well, you
You have to look through the nose.
Yes.
Channel your inner horse.
Channel it.
Can I pry my jaw? Oh my God.
Okay.
Look at my horse. My horse is amazing.
C9 versus LGD. Mr. Horse, can you tell us about LGD's path throughout this group stage? They came in looking very strong. They were not that strong. They were not that strong. What are your thoughts on LGD?
They have a penchant for inconsistency.
I can't take you seriously when you talk to me.
Bruno's breaking the studio. It is actually kind of hard. You have a real question. He turns to you just like, "Huh? Oh, really, fool?" Bruno's Casino is slowly imploding here. The house is LD, you have broken the house.
I'm just glad we weighed down the set with sandbags.
You were saying, Mr. Horse. I'll try not to look at you in the eyes. That's very unsettling.
Oh, I don't know, man. They can beat anyone. They can lose to anyone. The potential for throw is there with LGD. They
How about Cloud9? Can they beat Cloud9?
I think Cloud9 at their best should win,
Okay.
but they're on tilt.
Andrew, do you agree with yes?
Essentially, yeah. Very even matchup. The Dota 2 launch bets are like 53%. If 53% in favor of Cloud9. An even match. I think Cloud9 can do it. It's a coin flip.
It's a coin flip.
It's a coin flip. Winner, what do you think? Who's taking this series?
Tell Mr. LD.
Sorry, Mr. Horse, but I think Jackie Ma will do this.
Jackie Ma will take this.
You
Yes.
think he can do it?
The
Yes.
C9. They win when it matters.
Yes.
And they need to be second. They can't be second if they are not 8th.
No,
to begin with.
they need to be 8th place. That did not sound right. What I meant was they needed to be in 8th place so they can play with Secret.
Fair enough. Fair enough. They want to play with Secret. They want the rematch. They want to get to beat that techies.
They sure do.
They sure do.
Wow,
so
these teams really taking their time getting in the lobby here, extending our horse time. At least he's a Patriots fan.
yeah. It's a
proud
it's a
Patriots
Patriot
fan.
horse. Mr. Horse,
Yes.
what I mean, we've seen Shadowfiend, we've seen Chance, we've seen Lycans.
Yeah.
I've not
What is
seen-
the unsung hero of the tournament in your opinion?
Unsung?
Yeah, unsung. Let's not go
Vengeful
like
spirit.
there's the easy choices, but
Your inverse vengeful spirit.
Bristleback?
I like that.
No one's really talking about it.
WinteR, you might have to help the horse get his hat on. He's in Strug City
Yeah,
here.
let's put it with
There you
ears.
go.
Yeah.
Get those ears there.
Hold it.
Wow.
Perfect.
Looks good.
Yeah, so you were saying Bristleback. What about him?
Just that he's kind of quietly successful.
Mm-hmm.
No one's really talking about Bristleback being strong, but Secret using it really well.
Mm-hmm.
Not something LGD are going to play, though.
I see. Cloud9.
I don't think they've
Didn't
ever
they
picked
pick
that
it on
type of-
Yao like one game? I remember
They played him on Troll once.
I remember he was on Bristleback one game.
Yeah, that sounds like it didn't work.
That was so mean. That was so mean to Yao.
Dude, I mean, WinteR, we cast Yao. He is a liability right now.
I'm trying to help him, so hopefully his team helps him by getting Ember.
Getting
Or-
Ember.
Hopefully these
Invoker.
players help me by
He-
getting
he-
in the lobby.
We're still 8 out of 10.
Who's missing?
They must know
Let's
what's
see.
happening. They're just like taking their
We are
sweet ass time.
missing
We are mi-
Fata
We're
and
missing Yao.
Yao and Fata.
We are definitely missing the old Yao.
The old Yao, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to the Yao Magnus? Where's the Yao Magnus?
Yao Magnus. I think that was yeah.
Offlane Magnus.
Offlane Magnus Yao.
Yeah.
That was. That
But
was
he was even going mid at times, even after the skewer nerf.
Yeah.
And doing really well. They put Xiaowei in off lane.
Mm-hmm.
What happened, man?
What happened, WinteR? What happened?
The horseman.
Times are
What
changing.
happened, WinteR? Tell me!
Don't look at a gifted horse in the mouth.
It's like
Okay.
Medusa. Just don't look at it.
He didn't he didn't get to play his Ember, and he didn't get to play his Invoker. The last game he played Ember, they won.
Yes.
Yeah, but
They can't even see what you're doing, Bruno.
No, I know.
no, but basically I feel he has not been playing the heroes that he's been known for, been really good at. Heroes that have I think T-Burn said this before. He uses Ember really well because he knows how to utilize the spell, the slide and chains combination.
Mm-hmm.
He's always really good at getting the combos right, getting it on two heroes, doing a lot of setup for his team. And if you put him on a hero like Troll, like you mentioned, obviously not gonna work. And he's like a playmaking player. He doesn't like to farm.
Mm.
Not so suitable at farming, I would say. Maybe he likes to farm, but just doesn't work
Yeah.
out.
Can you see Ember working at all with the heroes that are being picked right now?
Difficult, and he actually didn't even particularly play well in the Ember game we casted.
Yeah.
He's messed up a couple of times, but
Yeah, there were some pretty bad overextensions.
yes, Mr. Horse, I know. Yes, Mr. Horse.
Mr. Red.
Horse.
Mr. Red, the talking
Uh-oh.
horse.
We're down to 7 out of 10 in the lobby,
Oh,
LD.
I think they found out about the horse casting and
I
they're
think
like,
they know.
we're out of
WinteR,
here.
what do you think? Do you ban Ember first phase if you're Cloud9?
It
Come
sounds
on.
like it.
Come on, try to focus here. If I can be professional,
You can't see yourself.
I have to be inside this thing, dude. It smells awful in here. I don't really want to know what Shannon's been doing.
Hey,
but-
WinteR,
Alright,
if
we've
you
got Yao.
ride him, do you think you become Chaos Knight?
I actually think I would become Centaur. I'll stampede out of here right away.
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
it's
This will not happen.
This will not happen.
This will not happen. But back to the point, whether you ban Ember, like you mentioned, Ember is not very suitable at the current meta phase, but it will be a strong option to actually take out Ember. Like just give Yao the troll or the Bristleback, whatever.
Andrew, you've been particularly quiet.
I'm having
No,
trouble focusing
he
as
wasn't
well.
particularly quiet. He was just hiding and just laughing all the way.
I'm keeping tabs on the lobby here
Yes,
to see
that-
how
that-
quickly we can end this madness and get into this game.
That is your job. I like how he reads Twitch chat. It seems like it's a horse taking a selfie. Horse selfie. Can you do a horse selfie and we join you and you tweet that?
You're thirsty, you need some drinks.
I'm trying.
So what do you
I
think?
can help you if you want. Like we can do it with this. But you can do it on your phone, so you can tweet it on your.
Oh,
Account
are we
will be
doing a
on the sub.
selfie? Okay.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be like
Come.
off-centered because he can't see anything.
Oh, damn! I was supposed to be inside.
You can take the mic. Oh, I guess we can fit.
Is this a group selfie? Is that
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
happening
come here, come
All
here.
right. All right, here we go. A live selfie.
Wait a little bit.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Well.
Cool.
Yay! We all have a horse selfie now.
Perfect.
Bans against Cloud9.
Yes.
WinteR, what do you think? How do we draft against Cloud9? We saw in the last match they tried to do things a little differently. They went Tiny Wisp with their opener. They put Bone 7 mid on a Magnus instead of Fada, who ended up in the off lane. Ban the Bat Rider.
Yes, ban the Bat Rider.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
The go-to Bone 7 hero. Other key bans?
Has he had any
I-
like
Just
solid
Bat
games?
Rider, that's all.
I think you don't need to buy it in the Wisp. Like, give them the Wisp.
Yeah.
They haven't performed with the Wisp.
That's a good
No.
point, actually. You go back to the Big Daddy Wisp on Secret, but it seems to be a totally different ball game.
Probably just Troll and Bat Rider.
Troll Bat.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are the safe bans, I'd say.
Maybe if you want, you can take away the chant from them because they have two good chant
Oh
players.
yeah, there was
Mhm.
one game they played a very good chant
Yeah.
that won them the game.
Yeah.
So
Aoi Chen is always something to be scared of. Aoi's a Aoi Chen.
we used to play on Cloud9.
Old habits die hard. I'm telling you.
Jesus, dude. Get it together.
We have 10 people in the lobby on the good.
Get it together. Yeah. That's true. We do have 10
You're
out of 10.
getting lectured by a horse.
I am. It's all going downhill, guys. We're doing so well, and things are finally devolving here on the final day of the group stage.
I mean, my question is more like, what is LGD's game plan versus Cloud9? They've mostly been playing this, very turtley style of draft. The
Very
Time
horsey.
Hunter, the Medusa for Sylar, the super late game.
They might need to get a little more aggressive here against Cloud9. I mean, we've seen them play that greedy role. Classically, Cloud9's been very good at playing greedy, choosing when to take appropriate fights, and choosing when to sit back and farm. So I don't know. I don't know that LG can just get away with the turtle fest here. Just sit back and kind of wait for Cloud9 to make a mistake.
Yeah, but you said about they haven't been performing with Wiz Tiny, but LGD being very passive, they might actually not they might not be able to actually punish your Wiz and Tony.
It
Because-
could be.
Yeah, because they like to play passive anyway for their own benefit, their own play
Well,
style.
maybe they would like to pick Medusa themselves and be like, okay, you want to play the Tony and the Wisp? We can play late game 2.
Mm-hmm.
Late game.
Late game.
Late game.
The
And
late game.
and I see one of their reactions when the opponent picks Medusa from Envy, which is to give Bone 7 the Nyx
Mhm.
assassin, but it, like you mentioned, other than the bat, he
He's not been performing. That's not
Yeah.
saying that he is not good at those heroes. It's just
yeah he
In
it
this
used
particular
to
tournament-
be one of his best heroes, the Nyx offlane. They were the only teams that actually consistently run the Nyx offlane.
Yeah.
Mhm.
but maybe not now. And we'll see what happens with Cloud9. I really want this game to start.
LGD's ready. We're waiting on the good word from Cloud9. Will Jackie Mao have mercy on LDZ, or will he extend the torture? It is in the hands of one EE Sama. Oh, they're ready.
They're ready. They're good to go. Actually,
moment.
another thing that I'm interested. At the same time as this game, IG versus Hyperglory team
Mhm.
is playing. Do you think HGT can take the game out of IG? If they do, they're safe from bottom 4.
Ooh, that's a tough match. HGT, they've been playing okay, but I think IG has just looked better on all fronts.
IG looks way better.
Yeah.
HGT
IG
looks pretty bad, actually.
IG would just straight out win that game.
Yeah,
I
that'll
don't,
be a tough
I don't
one.
see them being able to actually upset IG unless something major screwed up. They didn't feed Tron and GG.
They
Even if HGT gets into the bracket, they're losing first round lower bracket and getting knocked out. I don't see them beating any of these teams.
Okay. What about Hellraisers versus Tongfu? Tongfu.
Oh,
They did
easy for
pretty well.
Hellraisers, dude. Come on now.
well,
Tongfu won today versus
Bloodsuka mid?
versus
Navi.
Navi. They beat Navi. So Tongfu, yeah, they looked pretty good against Navi today. I feel like the Tongfu HR game could actually be surprisingly good on paper.
Tongfu needs the point more than HR. HR's top 8 is secured.
Yeah.
So Tongfu has the greater motivation for this game. And HR doesn't.
Although HR, if they lose, they could potentially play against Secret.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
whoever's actually in 8th place will be against Secret.
How is HR LGD go?
So
You scroll down.
Scroll down. HR LGD. HR,
There's HR, LGD.
LGD here.
So,
So-
HR won.
They
Eh,
won.
so that's fine. And Cloud9?
HR versus Cloud9. They won versus Cloud9 as well.
Okay, so they're
So
not
HR
playing-
has the head-to-head.
Okay, so they are playing absolutely for nothing.
Okay.
They are locked in that
And
7th place.
Tong Fu are fighting for survival to not be in the bottom 4.
Big motivation for Tongfu.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy, we've got a
boy,
draft.
yes.
And it's going by quick. I think
Let's
we
go.
should.
But before, I was gonna say, if you like this phase, we're going into a draft, but you're not gonna miss it. You know why? Because let's go into the draft version 2.0. Almost. There we go.
The picture in picture.
Nice.
Hashtag production value.
LD. We see the Trollban. We see the Juggernaut. Is LGD picking the axe first pick?
No, I think Tidehunter is a possibility. Well, maybe not versus the Jug. Let's see. Axe, yeah, Axe might be a choice for them. It's not really an LGD hero though.
Okay. It's so hilarious.
I do like the Lion Band versus MMY. It's been his go-to.
Mm-hmm. They do get the Lycan. Lycan, a hero that we haven't seen at all today.
Oh, the Sylar Lycan. It's normally banned second stage versus this team.
Okay.
We have.
WinteR, you're the professional analyst here, dude. Try to keep it together.
Yes. You're the Asian Merlini. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't lose your breath.
WinteR's getting abs from laughing so hard here.
He's like, please cut me off. Just kill the audio. I can't keep with this.
Kill gestures. I don't know what he wants us to kill. He's like the horse to sleep. Let's turn him into hamburgers.
I can't even see the whole draft at once. I have to like pan across it.
Does this help?
Yeah, I guess if I go like this, I can.
Does this help?
Oh God. Never look a gift horse in that.
LGD thinking about this second pick quite hard here, dipping into the reserve time.
I guess the big question for me is: do Cloud9 even consider the Wisp, or if are they just feeling so unconfident in it that they completely skip it?
Whis is dangerous against Lycan though. Lycan's 5-man is so strong.
I like
think
that
they
they
skip
pick
it.
Lycan and Axe, because if they don't pick the Axe, it's a very easy counter straight away. So they secure these two. Suddenly, you have two melee, very tanky cores. So anything that can punish that is pretty good for Cloud9.
Yeah.
Uh,
Timber Saw
Timbersaw comes to mind.
Yeah.
Tidehunter even comes to mind because the Ravage will always probably hit them both until Lycan gets the BKB at least.
Can
How
both
about
seven pick-
Enigma WinteR?
Have they ever run Enigma recently on Cloud9? I don't think so.
No.
No.
I haven't seen them.
Just
Yeah,
in
they
terms
go
of
with
matchup well against melee heroes.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm worried if you go for Enigma and you go for a jungler, offlane X will wreck your lane with just another support.
So
For
do
example,
you?
X and Witch Doctor, and you have a jungling Enigma. The lane with
How,
the
how
Juggernaut is
about
screwed.
a Necrophos? That's a hero that Eternal Envy used to like.
Yeah, I actually talked this about with LD. Like, I think Necrophos is a good way of dealing with the X.
Horsey approves.
Horsey approves. You jump in, you call, you try to get the target down. He comes in with the mech or the heal, the death pulse, stops you from cutting blade the target, and then turns the fight around, drops his Reaper Sight on you, and X just becomes useless in a fight.
Yeah.
Just because of that.
A Necro will naturally build a lot of armor because he has a mech. Because he will always build some stuff like that. And he has like, well, actually he has very poor armor. He's 1 armor early game.
Yeah.
But
The double ring of
double
protection
ring of
opener.
yeah,
protection.
you can get him a little bit of armor as well, and just with that and the heal, he becomes a hard one to focus himself.
Cloud9 may want to consider the Magnus this go around. Double melee opener from LGD could be an okay Magnus game.
They ban the pack, which is another counter to like, and I think LGD is, if you look at what they're banning and what they're picking, they certainly want Sylar to have the best Lycan game of his life. It's like you can work around the rest of our lineup, but please don't pick anything that can disrupt our Lycan play.
I mean, I feel like LGD would love to pick Puck for themselves, but the issue is just that Yao hasn't really been playing that well, and I don't know if Puck is his hero. But Puck would be great for them. Good against Jug, good with Lycan, gives them some much-needed presence in the lanes.
How about the Witch Doctor for Cloud9? Because Lycan doesn't have any way to stop Death Ward, and Axe kind of have to call the Witch Doctor, but Witch Doctor will always pop the word after the call, so it seems like it would be good. On the other hand, Axe, with his call in the armor, is not going to take a lot of damage, but he's easy to land the Maledict on. He's a hero that is going to take a lot of damage by definition, so
Yeah.
maybe it's something that Cloud9 wants to have in mind.
Cloud9 ban out the Ancient Apparition, and that leaves LGD to ban out the Shadow Friend.
Yep.
Feels like they wanna go with the Wish though after the AA ban, so they can actually use the
healing ward. And
Oh,
yeah.
as well as
Visage
the
is
tether.
weird here.
Visage for LGD. Could this be Visage Dro coming out?
Ah, it just sounds horrible.
You know who used to run
Yeah,
this? HGT ran this a
No.
while ago.
This is the exact same heroes that LGD the other day had, and they ran the support morphing.
Oh.
Just saying.
All right, we'll see, WinteR. Maybe they'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, if you put a draw here, it's pretty much exclusively for the Visage, because neither
Yeah.
the Axe or the Lycan is going to get anything out of that.
Well, the Howl in tandem with the Aura is pretty...
Yeah, the Visage becomes the
scary.
one position at that point.
Yeah.
It's like the Lycan and the Drow are just supports.
Does the Howl affect Visage familiars? No. Only Lycan scripts and
Yeah, and
other
then
heroes.
Yeah, not the birds, but
Not the birds.
still, just the Howl with the Aura on the heroes is
Yep.
so scary in that mid-game.
Yeah, that is something that's going. The other thing that LGD doesn't have right now is
Wait.
reliable stuns at the moment.
Doesn't it affect the Prophet summons?
Yeah, and the
How?
Spiderlings.
Oh, yeah, it
Yeah,
does
it
affect
does.
s-
It
Oh
does.
yeah,
allied
Howl
units.
affects every
Everything.
every,
So it does
hit
every
birds.
unit.
Yeah, it's everything.
So it also affects the birds.
Hits the birds. Okay, yeah. So there's
Ice
some
Frog, Ice
synergy.
Frog is testing us.
Yeah.
Making sure we're paying attention.
Some Yoda shit.
Do you still want to go Wisp here, WinteR? Do you think?
I don't know.
What else do they go? I just feel like there's. What have they been running well? Beastmaster for Fada is something they have run. Decent versus Lycan.
Bristleback.
Bristleback is...
Good versus the familiars.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the Bristleback here, to be honest.
It is good
Axe
versus
forces-
familiars.
Axe
It helps
forces
them
you-
Roche. It helps them Roche as well.
Axe forces you to look at you when he calls you. You
Yeah.
entirely control where Bristleback is looking, as opposed to other stuns. Like if the stun stuns you when you're looking back, you stay looking back, and the other team has to catch up to you. Axe
Right.
makes you look at him, so it will make Bristleback the skill useless. But then again, it is a pick that Cloud9 felt comfortable with, and maybe at this point it's not about countering the other picks, but rather just find whatever makes you feel comfortable.
So what do
Stay
they
in your
need now? They
comfort
need
zone.
a Fada hero,
I
and
have
they need a
this-
support.
I have this feeling they might actually consider going back to what they did the last game. They have 2 melee cores. They go for Magnus on Bone 7.
Magnus Bone 7?
No, I am your father.
Yeah,
LGD...
I guess that would be an option though, going back for the Magnus on Bone 7 and having the 2 melee cores on their side. And Feta was the one actually playing the Bristleback the last time around.
WinteR.
LD is going full Vader. Okay, it's LGD who's gonna take the Witch Doctor.
All right. Maybe preemptive here in case the Wisp comes out for Cloud9. It could be like a Bristle Wisp pairing here, maybe what they're afraid of.
Witch Doctor is really good against the Bristleback as well in the fights with the Maledict.
Yeah, it could well be. Do we have Dota TV audio?
Yes.
It should. On our end, it looks good. The little bar's moving. Toggled it.
Excellent. Yeah, some people were.
It's hopping. It's happening.
It's
Yep.
happening. There's a lot of. Okay, entirely. Once again, LGD, all physical damage. The only big source of magical damage is Soul Assumption and Maledict.
Dazzle. Get a Dazzle pick.
Get a Dazzle pick would be great here, actually.
Well, there is an X though, so there's the chop chop.
Yeah.
Slap chop.
The only issue I have with Dazzle is that makes their heroes rely on the bench stun. And against Lycan, you need to have multiple ways of locking him down, not just a bench stun.
What about a Rubik, WinteR?
No,
What about a Wisp?
that's why
Okay.
they banned the AA. That's why I felt they would have went back for the Wisp.
So how are they going to lane the... do they go like Bristle Wisp in the off lane, do you think?
They can, yeah. That could actually be potentially a lot of trouble for LGD to handle with the Visage. though.
Who would they even lane against that? I guess, would you put Sylar mid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do that, you have to put Sylar mid. Then I guess Yao is going to play. Yao is gonna play.
What is Yao going to play?
I'm actually trying to think. Axe usually is in July's hero, so
You know, this game is going to be so clowny. All 4 cores are melee. That, like, when you see that, it's like low-level pubs. Like, everyone melee just, like, hitting each other.
Venomancer.
It's like Pee Wee soccer.
You know what?
There's
It
no
would be a
position.
really good
Yeah.
Veno game. And it's easy to execute, which I think for Yao right now is pretty important.
Yeah.
Man, I think
Magnus.
we are like bullying Yao too much. Give him a break.
Give him a break. How about a
Yeah.
Yao Invoker? Is it a good Invoker game when you have Bristle, Io?
It can be a good Invoker game.
Huh.
Yeah,
Damn it,
Quasvex
tied.
Invoker. Quasvex Invoker pretty Quasvex Invoker pretty good against the Bristleback and the Whiz.
It's really good against the Wisp.
Yeah.
Do they just say screw it and go Ember?
But I still think Ember they have no lockdown, so you have these mobile heroes like Lycan and Ember.
It is decent against
very hard
Wisp
to
as
lock
well.
down. Yeah, very hard for them to lock you down. It could be something that LGD are just seriously considering. It's just the laning phase could be a little rough for him.
The other concern that I have with Ember is that if, like, in a sieging scenario, whether you're the sieger or the CG, I just invented 2 words, just Juggernaut having that healing ward is going to prevent a lot of the constant damage that Light of Fist does.
They have good. They have a good lineup to snipe
yeah.
healing ward though.
They
They have
have
the
Visage,
wolves.
Oh, they
They
have
have the
the
birds.
Visage and the Wolves. It's not going to
That
be
is true.
difficult.
And it's a team versus.
All right.
Wow, they take the timber.
Huh. Very good against Wisp.
Yep.
Very good against Wisp.
Yeah, and Bristle.
And Bristle, yes.
Pure damage is good.
So is it
reduces
the
your stats.
Yao Timber mid, I guess? Because I think we saw him play this 2 days ago, and he was up against a Wind Ranger
He got wrecked.
with
Yeah.
Hal. It was
Yeah,
a Wind
he got
Ranger with
wrecked.
Hal, and he got really destroyed in lane.
Yeah.
And C9's last hero.
Who's the Fada hero?
Yeah, I was talking about Veno might actually be a very good pick in this sort of game.
We
A lot
could be
of-
seeing the Fada hero, or we could be seeing maybe even an Eternal MV hero if Fada decides to play the Juggernaut.
The last game they had Fata on the Bristleback and Bone 7
Yeah.
on the Magnus.
Or the Mag, yeah.
And
Okay,
I
this
get to be,
is-
wow, the
The Bone
forgotten
7
0-4 Legion Commander.
Yeah,
it is
she is-
really. They have a long duration lockdown for the Lycan.
Yeah.
Is that
That
gonna
is
What is the
good.
interaction between Jewel and Berserker's Call? Do you know?
Huh.
If
Well,
well, what do you mean?
each one like you
I
can't cast
duel
both.
you and he Berserker calls me. Do I attack you because I'm taunted by you, or do I attack him because I'm taunted by
They
him?
are not
That's
on
a
the
good
same
question.
team. Probably won't happen.
No, doesn't matter. No.
No, he's saying like if you're already dueling and then you get called.
let's say Legion duels
Visage.
Visage.
and
And
X
Axe
calls Legion.
calls Legion. Who does Legion attack?
Himself. He just gets
He's like-
confused and kills himself.
Corrects himself in his confusion. Ash Ketchum. Pokemon
Is it just the
Master.
order of operation? If the call comes second, then it turns and faces the axe?
Probably.
That's how I would guess it works.
That's what sounds logical, but who knows?
Yeah, but the lanes.
Sometimes there are those just
It's
Dota
like
things.
Pokemon, dude. He hurts himself in his confusion.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Good.
Duel greater than call, says the chat. Duel has more priority.
Okay.
Duel is stronger.
Oh, maybe
Cool.
we'll see it here.
Okay, anyways, we're going to go into the game. LD will finally be able to breathe.
You survived, LD. Congraties.
Congratulations.
Alright, predictions before we go?
Cloud9.
What do you guys think?
I think I said LGD was my vote. I think it's pretty close, though. I think LGD will do it, but it'll be a close one.
And
I believe.
I believe in Jackie Mao as well.
I believe in Jackie Mao.
Alright.
After seeing this draft, I think LGD has a
LD?
slightly better draft.
I worry about Yao, but yeah, I'm gonna say Cloud9 as well.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
that's it. Say bye-bye to the horsey. Horsey, say bye-bye.
Bye
And see you.
bye.
All right, WinteR. So here we go. Our final heat. It's all coming down to this. LGD versus Cloud9. Boys and men will be separated here. The upper bracket, lower bracket. Oh, boy. So much on the line. LGD, they'll be on the Radiant side. Let's introduce some rosters here. MMY will be on the support. Visage. Faith takes the Witch Doctor, and that puts in July on the Axe. In the mid, we'll have Sylar on the Lycan. And in the safe lane, that's Yao on the Timbersaw. Dire side, looks like we've got Cloud9. Bone 7 will be on the Legion Commander. Fada takes the Bristleback, of course, Big Daddy on his signature Wisp. Misery on the Vengeful Spirit, and that does leave us with the Juggernaut, played by EE Eternal Envy himself.
Well, looking at the lanes, LGD are gonna run an aggressive tri-lane with the Axe. This is going to be a very tough time for E to farm in the lane here. The other lanes would be much more favorable for C9. Big Daddy going to be supporting the Bristol in the middle lane, and Legion Commander bottom. He's gonna get a 1 versus 1 matchup against a Timbersaw. I would say probably
Good for the Timber.
Yeah, Timber would have a slight advantage, but Legion Commander still going to be able to farm in this lane.
Sylar could be in some trouble early on. It's a dual lane already, so not easy for him. We see this Vengeful Spirit ready to rotate about. Radiant have an Observer Ward down, so seems Sylar is pretty safe in terms of those kind of rotations. The aggro try from LGD will be broken up already. Witch Doctor booking it from the top lane down bottom to try and help that Timbersaw and deal with the dual lane that he's up against.
Yeah, they're going to see Misery coming in from the side, getting minus armor from the wave, and
Up top, looks like they want to dive the Jug perhaps. Yeah, they do. In July, moving into the tree line with a couple of creeps.
he has healing ward at level 1. Wow.
Oh, interesting.
Just to make sure he doesn't die there.
All right. So,
He only started with 1 set of tangles.
yeah, he'll survive the initial dive at least, getting some decent experience. Witch Doctor has rotated bottom, still hasn't skilled anything up quite yet. Holding on to that TP scroll, so we'll be able to move lanes in case a gank comes about. Okay.
So I'm going to try...
Yeah, go ahead and reconnect here. Having some Dota TV issues. So, anyhow, Yao in the safe lane, getting a baseline of farm, but like you pointed out, WinteR, Bone 7, especially with the support nearby, will be able to find some decent last hits and get some momentum. Big Daddy gets the 2-minute rune. That'll be a haste in his bottle, and Misery will get the 2-minute rune down bottom. So C9 with the rune control at least out of the gate.
Yeah, the Axe is going to have such a good start here. He's going to be able to farm the jungle, block the creeps behind, and Juggernaut wouldn't be able to get too many last hits here. He's going to have a very, very tough time. Needs a lot of space by the Legion Commander and Bristleback later so that he can actually catch up.
Yeah, I think some stacks in the jungle are going to be a necessity, but in July with the Berserker's Call, this could well be your first blood. The healing ward goes down, and it's in July with a spin to get the first blood bonus gold. Now in the mid lane, Sylar initiated on. He'll move into the tree line. Not too many places to juke, but he's got wolves. Fada will be blocked in. He has to eat a tree to make it out. Witch Doctor coming on in, has the cask and a Maledict. Not going to be enough for a kill. Tethered up, Fada will be just fine. So LGD, the ones that strike first here, WinteR, and Axe, a lot of farm already. If this keeps up, he'll have a very fast Blink Dagger.
Yeah, this is gonna be the Axe, like one of the dreams of Axe laning phase. You get to block the creeps behind, you get to free access to the jungle, farming the neutral creeps as well. This is just like a wet dream for Axe. You get so much more farm this way.
Yeah. So Timbersaw and the LC even in the bottom lane, mid farming. Looks like the Bristle doing pretty well, up on by a few over Sylar, but all things considered, Sylar able to farm pretty well, microing these wolves pretty effectively. And given that it is consistently been a 2v1, the fact that they're so close on farm, I think is good news for LGD.
It's also because the supports of LGD both always have TP score. Oh, here we go, Feta gonna dive Sylar, gonna force the TP by the Visage here.
But they're in deep. MMY comes in. Sylar still goes down. Only so much MMY can do. The cask will start flying through, but they split. Big Daddy will get punished here unless he can tether over the tree line. Has it up in 1 second. Long-range tether. Hops to his buddy Fada. They'll be all right for now. No, they won't. Faith gets one stray auto attack to secure the kill. 1 for 1 in the mid, and it may be 1 for 2. Fada gets grave chilled. They'll have a soul assumption, but nope, will not pursue. This time it's a good trade for C9, but still not the clean kill they wanted as they had to dive deep.
And we haven't been really talking about bottom lane as well too much. It's pretty... both of them have the same amount of last hits. 20 on Bone 7, 22 on the Timbersaw, which is played by Yao. Looking at the two heroes, which would benefit from farm more? And I'm thinking like the Bone 7 Legion Commander might be the one getting the early blink, getting more stuff done for his team. And top lane, here comes the Wiz gonna tether onto E here.
They won in July. EE not yet level 6. No ultimates onto the field. So in July should be okay. Not at Fear of Omni / Magic Missile. Will hit him as he makes it to the high ground. There's the Blade Fury out in front. We'll use the Berserker's Call for some extra armor. Of course not going to help you against all this magic damage. But he's got reinforcements here. And he'll survive. Now they might turn it around onto Misery, and they do. The Soul Assumption is enough. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, as we were watching that, they got a kill on Bone 7. And I don't know if there was a rotation. It looks like Witch Doctor
Witch
got the kill,
Doctor,
so it was Witch
yeah.
Doctor and Timbersaw to make the kill happen. But that puts LGD in the lead now 4-1 at only the 5-minute mark.
And looking at the X, I was talking about whether he wants to get, he's gonna get a very fast ping, but instead he's actually gonna opt for the Vitality booster. Probably gonna want to finish the Vanguard first against all the C9 heroes, which does a lot of physical damage.
Yeah, great against the Bristle and Jug early on, and I guess also the LC for that matter. Not that you really want to be dueling the Axe, but with the Vanguard, no way you're going to be killing him. That is one thing about this C9 draft that makes me a little nervous about that final pick LC, is usually you'll see LC paired with like a Lion or a Skywrath Mage or somebody with big burst damage to sort of secure those duels. And getting that bonus damage on Bone 7 will be a bit difficult.
It's very weird that they pick LC, and usually you have LC specifically to counter certain spells like a lasso with the press of attack, but this game it doesn't feel like the LC press of attack would be used to get any pesky stuns or disables out.
Yeah, no, not really. Maybe like a Grave Chill or something, but nothing too game-changing. So let's just take a gander here. It's about a 2,000 net worth lead for LGD at only the 6-minute mark. So getting a lot out of this laning phase. Axe, the last hit leader by a pretty good margin, like 50% up on the next leaders. And Timbersaw getting some good farm out of this bottom lane, now pulling ahead of the LC. And of course that kill, assist that he has now, helping him out. Soon to be level 7 and has picked up the Arcane Boots, choosing to max out the Whirling Death for high DPS.
It's mainly that you get Whirling Death max against a strength hero though in the laning phase, just to secure that little bit of advantage that you have and get you more damage done in the lanes. He's just gonna, I think you're gonna just leave it at level 3 at this point, just get back
Go to
your
the
Timber
chain.
Chain on level 4 ranked as fast as you can.
Get that mobility. Big Daddy on the Wisp, starting to stack up Ancients on the Dire side, so giving Cloud9 some farming efficiency.
Smoke, are they going for Roche? This is a typical...
Or do they go for Sylar? Fada manning up here in the mid lane. He'll be able to channel ultimate, and the Big Wolf runs away. And the Smoke at least moving towards the mid, but I think they want Roche.
No, they can't. Juggernaut doesn't have Mass of Death.
Oh yeah, he doesn't even have a...
he doesn't have Mass of Death. He's gonna try and swing around, get a kill with the Omni Slasher. Preferably he gets a kill on Yao, but maybe they get a kill on both of them.
Oh, but there's some creeps nearby here. Faith, he'll be all right for now. EE forced to use the Blade Fury right away. Yao kind of low on mana. Will try to Timber Chain out. Could open up for an Omni Slash. Will use a healing salve for good measure. He'll be safe for now. Faith also does a healing salve. EE just not finding the opening that he's looking for. LGD staying grouped up. MMY TP's in, and just no good opening to Omni Slash.
Yeah, they didn't really feel confident in going in and getting a kill there. Everyone was pretty healthy, and EE doesn't gain anything from that rotation. He needs like a lot of time to catch up, preferably in the jungle, while his team actually makes something happen around the map.
Yeah.
The Venge and the LC when the LC gets a Blink Dagger. But I'm not so sure how are they going to get kills though, because like you mentioned, LC usually works very well when there's a Skywrath or there's a support like Lion that deals a lot of burst damage during the duel duration. But at the moment, right now, nothing sort of like this can happen.
Omni Slash is like the only thing they have that does big burst damage, and that's not going to work in a lot of scenarios.
They need to rely on the Legion to actually get a lot of damage items to be able to get kills on the duel. Bottom lane Misery is going to hide in the trees. Probably want to set up for a tier 1 tower defense at the bottom lane here.
Yeah, only level 4, so no swap online, but LC does get level 6. That means Duel's ready to rock and roll, and LGD do need to keep that in mind. They'll rotate the Lycan down. It is 4 heroes. Axe dealing with the Ancients right now. Looks like he'll stack it up and then perhaps have a go at trying to kill it. Axe Vanguard complete with 900 gold. We'll be looking towards that Blink Dagger coming up next. LGD now move into the tower. Soul Ring on Yao. There is a TP coming in. It's the Bristleback. TP is right into the fray, but Fodder doesn't have any mana here. Bone 7 comes through thinking about a duel, but Lycan channels the ultimate. Instead, they go in on the Timbersaw. There's the duel, and the first one will yield bonus damage for Bone 7. Now MMY on the run. Has a lot of Soul Assumption damage charged up, but will just fall. And it's Jug that brings him down with a crit to the back. 2-0. Cloud9 take the fight.
Yeah, that was the issue with the Axe going for a Vanguard instead of a Blink. He needs more time to farm. He's actually quite close to the Blink, but this is like a price they have to pay for the Axe not going for a Blink. He's not going to be controlling the tempo so quickly, but building into a much more item build which allows him to survive much better in the fights.
There's also a Vanguard up on old Bristleback here. Fana tanking up with some power treads and even an additional bracer. So that bounty rune denied there by the Wolves. Nice cheeky little play. Bone 7 now initiated on. Yep, Maledict comes out, and this should be more than enough for a kill. Timbersaw just going to let him go, and
he's not.
It's not quite, is it? Oh, it's going to be close, Winter.
Oh my god.
That last tick gets him.
That was close.
Confidence from LGD. They did the math, dude. Don't worry. They've got a calculator.
Well, level 2 Maledict. That was really close. Like
skipping the Voodoo Restoration altogether. The aggressive build. Okay. I'm seeing it more and more. These Eastern teams really like that Maledict.
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's really good against like heroes like Bristleback. He wants to dive in and man up and try to damage everyone else, but with the Maledict on him, you keep him thinking twice whether he wants to overextend or try and go in deep because he's just going to take so much damage later on. And
yeah.
In July, not showing his blink yet, he already has to go for it. Gonna purchase it right now.
And LC may be the one to see it.
Death Ward. He has the Death Ward plus the call. It's gonna be an easy kill here if he catches Envy.
Oh, he doesn't have any mana either. Just trying to take out this stacked set of Harpies. Instead, no, they go for the LC. Bone 7 now gets stunned up. Death Ward flies. An easy dunk for In July. As they bring down the Legion Commander, Eternal Envy. Did they not see him as they walked by?
I think they saw him, but they were just already prepared. Tunnel vision on getting the Legion Commander, and they just felt that, okay, we'll just leave Envy. But Envy should be actually the higher priority kill there.
Well, now the Witch Doctor, I almost called him the Death Ward. The mobile Death Ward himself. He's got a medallion up. Some more Roche options here, opening up for LGD as their liking comes online a bit more. Fata clearing out a big stack of Ancients. And we'll get some nice little farm under his belt. Smoke from LGD towards the pit, but they're going to bump right into Cloud9. Wolves go up to the high ground. In July blinks in. And now Fata stunned up, caught by the Berserker's call. They'll break his armor with the medallion, but the damage isn't there to get him into dunk range. Omni Slash brings down the Witch Doctor, but now Timbersaw goes in, dueled by Bone 7. He'll get brought down as well. That's another bout of bonus damage. In July gets the dunk onto the Legion Commander and wants to man up for Fata. Gets stunned, Sylar getting kited around, and it's going to be Cloud9 coming out way ahead in this fight, Winter. It's a 1 for 3, and MMY gets left behind. Make it a 1 for 4, a triple for Envy. And all of a sudden, Cloud9 striking back with huge momentum as they move into the Roche pit and net themselves a 2,500 gold gain.
Oh, that was actually really deep. They were diving. They didn't have vision on the high ground, and they knew the smoke break. They were smoked up with the axe, and obviously C9 had the high ground advantage there. But they were still they still ran up the high ground and paid the price for it.
Yeah. So they do kill Roche fast enough. These short respawn timers here at only the 13-minute mark. Thought LGD might be able to have a go in the pit, but it will be the Aegis of the Immortal
swap?
going to the Bristle. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to get a
there's
swap.
the swap onto Misery, but Faith. Uh-oh, he gets off a Death Ward. He might actually kill the Wisp here.
Wow.
He does kill the Wisp. Weird time to pause. So, okay, let's think about our options here, Winter. We've got Faith still channeling the Death Ward in front of the Bristle.
TP. Bone 7 has TP if he wants to come in. Feta can't participate in this fight at all. No HP, no mana. He needs to go back to base. And
and then in the mid part here, Misery caught by the Chakram. I think Misery is definitely going to go down, but can they get the kill on EE also? He has a Blade Fury here, only level 1. I think Faith can live long enough to do significant damage to Envy. I guess the question is, does Envy go for the auto attacks on the Witch Doctor and try and get the kill, or does he just try to run from the Death Ward?
I have this feeling he's gonna try and right click the Witch Doctor first. Try and kill him before. If he gets a few lucky crits, then he'll be able to kill him in the like 1 or 2 swipes and get out. Otherwise, if he doesn't get a crit, he just runs away. It's no harm trying. He still has a lot of HP anyway, so he's gonna try regardless.
Yeah. So here we go. Both teams ready to resume. How's this going to explode? Faith still doing a lot of damage to EE. They get the kill on Venge right away. EE will just Blade Fury away.
He actually took so much damage from the Maledict. Oh my god.
Oh my. Almost enough. I think even without the healing ward, though, he would have stayed alive. So, now LGD, they get a couple of counter kills on both supports, even though it was Cloud9 that were the aggressors there. Their tier 1 mid looks like it will take an early death, and down it goes In July, getting the last hit there. And the gold graph kind of all over the place, but still LGD holding on to a minor lead.
This is gonna be a Oh my god, here we go. Feta, he wants to run in and engage onto Yao here.
Yeah, pressing forward, Timber chain away. MMY kind of left behind, but
chasing.
July on the high ground.
He's chasing so far.
Can we get a 2-man, 3-man Berserker's call? Comes in, finds Big Daddy. He gets called, soon to get dunked, and he's dead. That'll be the first kill in this little exchange, but Witch Doctor goes down shortly after all that goo was stacked up for the minus armor. Fata diving deep again, moves into the tier 1 tower, but he's got reinforcements. Envy and Bone 7 nearby. In July goes to the Berserker's call. Can we get a series of dunks here? He gets 1 on Bone 7, make it 2 on the Bristle. That procs the Aegis. Axe goes down in the fray, but still doing a lot of work before he actually dies. Fata comes back to life and will make his exodus, moves around the tower, heads back to friendly territory.
That was more or less a very even trade, unless C9, yeah, they're going to gain a tier 1 here. And at the bottom lane, Lycan gets, he's going to get a similar trade-off here. Very even
Envy
trade-off.
will TP in, can't find the deny on the tower, and Lycan will get the last hit. Now Sylar just hanging around, continuing to farm. Mask of Madness is up on the jug. All things considered, even like you said, but LGD do finish off the Aegis, so that little advantage that Cloud9 had there to be so aggressive will now be expired. Bloodstone recipe bought on the Timber, but still a little ways away from that soul booster. And looks like Fata just going into an S and Y here. So sticking to what we've seen a lot in this tournament, Bristleback with that kind of combative build.
Yeah, Zai. Zai usually goes for the mech into the SMY.
Oh,
more.
mech instead of Vanguard, okay.
Yeah, depends on situations. Like, here we go, smoked by C9, gonna find Sylar here. They need to get the stun on him as soon as possible. He just melts there.
And the Omni Slash making that an easy kill. So now all of a sudden an unstoppable streak for Eternal Envy. He started off slow in that safe lane, but he's getting a lot of momentum now. Mask of Madness phase boots up on the Aquila with now another 2,100 gold. But the question is, WinteR, how do you itemize the jug this game? Looks like he will go more right-click centric as he has maxed out the crit.
Yeah, like it's the best way to play it. There's not many other effective ways as a position 1. Just get the Yasha first, after a Mask of Madness, and see if you need.
Blink forward, Berserker's call, onto Envy. He will be able to Blade Fury for now, the relocate out, keeps him safe. And Big Daddy may have to play Sacrificial Lamb here.
Misery is trying to come in near for him to tether though.
Yep, just trying to get in that sweet spot, but the Big Daddy will get called, will get dunked, and no way for him to tether out of that one. That's a big blood puddle for such a little wisp.
Yeah, indeed. Lycan's gonna get some much needed farm as well in the middle lane, hoping to finish his Necro tree as soon as possible so he can do his split pushing shenanigans. Farming the enemy's ancients, killing the big dragon and leaving the small ones for Sylar. It's very typical of him.
So Sylar will just clear it out. How's the Lycan's item progression? Necro book, I reckon, will be in his near future. 1,800 gold after the Vlads. So time will tell. Now another smoke from LGD, Faith, MMY, and In July. Ready to get aggressive. But what will they find? Perhaps nothing.
Do they have wards? They need to place some wards. Okay, they're gonna place a lane mod at middle lane.
They've got one in the jungle here for the
They're gonna see
dire jungle.
Misery rotating top. They're gonna get the Bristol back, I guess.
Yeah, they actually have a lot of vision here because of that ward. They find EE, relocates, still on cooldown. EE gets dunked before his team can do anything about it. The coconut flying around. C9 don't delta split properly, and it'll be a fast 2-for-0. Now Fata loses some armor. Sylar thinking about chasing him down, but will just back out. Not to get hyper aggressive here. Happy with their spoils from 2 pickoffs. They'll move towards mid and look at this tier 2 tower.
C9 needs to be very, very careful here. Oh, he missed the call. Blink got cancelled by the hull from the bench, but C9 needs to be very careful when they are farming. They can't really take head-on engagements right now against the Lycan and Axe and the Visage. They just deal so much damage right now. They need more items for Envy first. He has a lot of farming tools at the moment. Yasha, Mask of Madness.
Well, it's going to cost them a tier 2 tower in the mid lane, Lycan all of a sudden at 2,700 gold, and that will be enough for MMY on the Visage to get his mech.
You know, Andrew, I'm just not sure what the Legion Commander is going to do in this game. He still doesn't have his blink, doesn't particularly have enough damage to kill anyone alone, and the supports are not supports that deal high damage as well. So
yeah, that's the fundamental issue. I mean, he's going to go into Blink Dagger here, pretty standard build for the LC, but even with 2 duels already, he's won 2 more duels than I thought he would have by 18 minutes. That's a good start. I'm just not seeing the synergy either.
Yeah, there's a lot of heroes that can fulfill the duty that he's doing right now, duel and relocate. And a lot of them would actually get the job done better. Legion Commander, usually you pick the hero just because you can sort of abuse the pressy attack or top lane.
Yeah, Sylar initiated on. There is a relocate coming through, but he's already channeled the ultimate. Gets stunned up, and they find the Omni Slash, but just barely.
Well, he didn't get the duel off though, so he didn't get bonus damage for that.
I'm surprised that Omni Slash went off. He was like in just about max range. I thought the Lycan was about to get away. So a gem is picked up on the Visage, so a little map control may go the way of LGD. Now, where we have seen the Wisp LC successful is kind of like that Na'Vi style, how they do like the Abaddon LC off lane. That can work, but not the way that Cloud9 have kind of been playing it here thus far.
I mean, it's like a very good initiation tool to set up for the relocate. It's just that I feel there are a lot of heroes that could actually fulfill.
Radiant's top tower
Reconnect?
is under attack.
Reconnect? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to reconnect once more here. But not even the computer camera's on, so. Necronomicon level 1 up on the Lycan, so he is going into that pushing build. No big surprise, but his farm is really starting to improve. Actually, middle of the pack. I thought Lycan's farm would be a little bit better. But just about on par with the Jug. Here we go, though. Initiation. Bone7 hops forward, finds a duel. But LGD right there to defend. And the Visage will actually be the winner of the duel. MMY stays alive. They've lost the Wisp already. C9 in a 5v3-ish scenario. Lycan's not here, but he's still contributing with that Howl. Now Misery trying to make the Exodus. Gets caught and dunked. Oh, boy. Things starting to fall apart a little bit for Cloud9 here, WinteR. That's like a 2,300 net worth trade in favor of LGD.
Oh dear, this is not very good for them. They took a fight without having everyone there. They were not in a good position. Well,
yeah, well, and that's the difference. LGD didn't have everybody there either, but Sylar can still contribute so much just with the Howl from afar.
Yeah, at least he has that global presence. At this moment right now, C9 again, always we see their drafts that they don't have much D push, and when the enemy has strong 5-man lineups, they always have a lot of trouble defending their towers and losing towers left and right. And this game, how much are they gonna get? How much farm more they're gonna get on the Juggernaut before the high ground push comes is the most important thing.
Where's he at right now? Yasha, last item he picked up, hasn't purchased anything since, but has 2,100 gold to spare. Super fast Roche respawn. That's got to be close to the minimum, maybe a few seconds fast.
For C9.
It really does. That's just some bad RNG, and it'll go down before they even realize it's respawned. So who do they give the Aegis to here? I reckon the Timbersaw. Okay. I would have thought the Axe.
He's doing a lot of burst damage, and Axe doesn't seem like he's gonna die though. And Timber is the one always getting focused on by the Legion Commander, so he's not being able to drop his spells off left and right against the Wisp, the Venge. He does a lot of damage if he's actually doing a very long fight, a very extended fight. So he's always been the target of the Legion Commander's duel. But C9 at the moment, I feel they have this problem where in the last few fights, Death Ward has been left untouched. Faith was able to just channel his Death Ward for the longest duration because they don't really have much disables after the Legion Commander goes in, duels a target, and you want to save the swap to save some other core hero which is in trouble, usually the Bristleback. So no one is able to get behind Faith as well to stop him from channeling the Death Ward, which is a huge issue here right now.
That's just a shortcoming of this draft. You've got 3 heroes that just can't really do much against it. Very limited on their crowd controls. Lycan still just sitting on Necro level 1, but Manta Styles come out on Eternal Envy. So the Juggernaut does complete at least one more item before the high ground push commences.
Now, a good item to help him accelerate his farm, speed push the lanes with the illusions, and not particularly any spell that I think that would be able to take off.
Is this it, WinteR? Is this the beginning of the push? 5-man smoke up the mid from LGD?
You know, Andrew, how many games we've done on C9 where we see the same problem over and over again. They don't have much D push, and enemy comes at a timing 5-man near the tier 3.
We're going to see it again. Fata forced to look at the team. The Bristleback ability going to be rendered completely ineffective. Nice setup from LGD, and it'll be a good gank to get this push started. With the Aegis in hand, they look at the high ground here and go right into the tier 3 tower. Cloud9 have a glyph available. Buyback on the Bristle is also available, but he'll be patient with it. Bone7 goes in, duel onto Faith, finds the quick pick on the Witch Doctor, but he doesn't have the ultimate anyway. Now the mech used by the Visage, LGD will start to retreat. Crimson Guard has also been popped by Fata. Yao throwing out the Chakram, trying to slow everyone down so his team can escape with minimal losses here. Shiva's Guard used. Sylar channels the Wolf ultimate. Now they'll turn and try to fight. In July gets taken out. And I think for LGD, the retreat should be in full effect here. Sylar just barely TP's home. Visage lives. He's the gem carrier. So 1 for 2, but they forced the buyback on the Bristle.
And they didn't use the Aegis on Yao. So sort of probably almost even, and that fight was what I was talking about. They needed to take out the Witch Doctor right away. And top lane we see Visai, he's gonna get a kill on Big Daddy first before he goes down.
He is gonna lose the gem. And Envy picks it up. So even though it's 1 for 1, big exchange for Cloud9 there. In the bottom lane, looks like Timbersaw may get locked down. It's a duel from Bone 7. He'll get some bonus damage, even though there is an Aegis of the Immortal.
Here comes the Witch Doctor with the ultimate. He has the ultimate up his sleeves.
Oh, Timbersaw, he's going to go down too quick, though. Gets interrupted from a swap by Misery. Faith will still get the kill with the negative earn charge, but now Faith, he gets turned around on. Easy kill for Cloud9. And they are getting some decent momentum out of all of these trades.
Yeah, they are getting way too many pickoffs here left and right. With the relocate on top on the Visage with the gem, and bottom lane another duel on the Timbersaw. Just feels like this game could be a game where someone gets a Lincolns and just puts it on a crucial hero to render the Legion Commander useless. It's not easy for them to actually trigger off the Lincolns if you look at their lineup.
The Bristleback Goo is the one ability
Yeah, the
that
Bristleback Goo
out.
would be the one to trigger.
Yeah.
The Venge probably not so easy here.
So, LGD, they get the level 3 Necronomicon completed on the Lycan. Now, we saw the Shivas on Axe, so they still have a pretty good kit of items to try and look towards that high ground. Time on the Aegis. What does he have? Oh, it's expired already. Okay.
No, he lost the Aegis.
Oh, he lost it?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, we
duel.
just saw it there. Derp. I keep thinking the Lycan had it. Yeah, they gave it to the Timbersaw. So no more Aegis of the Immortal. We'll delay any incoming push from LGD probably till the next Roche,
The
I'd
Lycan
imagine.
has a Necro Tree and double damage, but he wants his team to create some sort of distraction here.
Mid, duel onto Yao in July. Well, we know the answer now. Duel is the trump card. Bone 7 does not turn around, stays the course for the kill. They also finish off the Visage. Death Ward doing a lot of damage, or is it? The Crimson Guard mitigates so much of it. It's a 3-on-2 though. Sylar running in like a madman with that double damage rune. Envy dueled, dunked, and this Wolf is just doing too much work here, WinteR. Fata has his back turned, but doesn't matter. Big Daddy comes in and will keep Fata safe. End of the day, it is LGD that get the better out of that trade. I think that, or I guess it's pretty even. Timbersaw comes back because of the Bloodstone
it's sort
charges.
it's very even.
Okay, yeah, forgot about the Bloodstone.
But you can say LGD won because Lycan is their position 1 and he's alive, and C9 lost their position 1. No
The
one,
double damage rune really making a big difference
that
there.
that fight would have been won by C9 if the Sylar Lycan didn't have the double damage rune.
Yep.
So there was like a crucial thing why Lycan you could do a lot with a certain amount of runes like double damage.
So does LGD wait out for next Roche here before they make a go towards high ground? There is still one outer tower that they can consider trying to take down. C9 have only pushed 2 tier 1s so far. Ooh, Envy with an interesting item pickup. Maelstrom on the Jug.
We've seen this a couple of times already. It's not a very common pickup on Juggernaut, but it accelerates his farm, gives him the procs during the Omni Slash, and yeah, he will be able to farm a lot faster with this build.
That's
And
true.
It's a lot of damage as well, actually, if you get lucky with the procs.
Well, and we talked about Cloud9 lacking D-push. That is a way to clear creep waves, clear out neutrals. So I do see where he's coming from on that front, but is it actually enough to stop the big bad wolf? Goldgraph is now zeroed out. Oh, pardon me, that was experience, I guess. Net worth. About a 3,000 net worth lead for LGD. But there will be an Assault Karas inbound for Sylar. Looks like he doesn't have it completed yet, but making big progress. Axe now with a Heaven's Halberd on top of the Shivas. So another tool to try and deal with this Jug, deal with the Bristle, or hell, even the LC. All of them lacking BKBs right now.
Ghost Scepter would also be a good item. I actually would have considered getting a Ghost on a Timber this game. If you're quick on the fingers, you can actually mitigate a lot of damage when the Legion will try and duel you in the upcoming fights. It's not a bad choice for the Timbersaw.
Well, LGD will just stay as a 4-man unit in their jungle as Lycan farms the mid, and up top, Cloud9 just kind of splitting the lanes. Both teams just kind of sitting back and farming away here, WinteR. Looking for the next round of core items. So, MMY.
Top lane relocate.
Relocate up top. They're going to go for a gank down bottom as well. Sylar will get dueled and picked off, but in the bottom lane, what can they do? They find EE, Blade Fury away, but the Timber Chain forward. Try and get some body blocks going here. He's damn fast. Can they actually close the gap? Yao comes in. There's the blink forward from Injuly, and ends up being an easy one for LGD. So both ones get taken out in a pretty even trade.
Oh, C9 is going to get a tier 2, so they probably...
They get the advantage.
They get the advantage out of that, and Veta is going to run up the high ground with his Shivas. SMY and Crimson Guard going to do some damage to the tier 3 here. They need to TP people back very, very quickly. Axe is going to be the one going back first, and Timbersaw here goes back to the base, holds up the push. Let's look at their item progression. Axe seems to be the one that has the most items right now. Yeah, he has the most net worth on Team LGD right now, sitting at almost 15,000. Lycan, like you mentioned, hasn't got the Assault Cuirass completed yet. Would be a really good item against C9's lineup. That armor mitigation of all the physical damage that C9 has.
Yeah, for C9, their item progressions mostly come in 2 items. The soon-to-be Mjolnir on the Jug, and now the Shivas is up on the Bristleback. Jug about 500 gold away from grabbing that completed Mjolnir and the Hyperstone.
Legion Commander is going to build into, I guess, a BKB just to deal with the Timbersaw.
Okay.
And the Soul Assumption, I guess. The rest are all physical damage.
I feel like a Blade Mail could be pretty good here. Gives you the option to...
He already has a Blade Mail.
Oh, he has Blade Mail already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, I take that back. I like it. Good call. Blade Mail BKB.
And here we go. They're going to try to run into the jungle. Wolves won't be able to scout them out since they're smoked up here. Oh, Mamaya is going to be the one that they're going to run into first. Roche is up though. LGD know that there's Roshan. They have one wolf inside the pit. And C9 is going to wrap around trying... Oh dear, this looks like a really bad fight.
Envy goes in, and July misses the Berserker's call. That allows Envy to get off the Omni Slash, bouncing around to all the Necronomicon units. Faith will be the dual target. He goes down, and it's a winner for Bone 7. In July just says, hell, I'm going to TP out of here. They interrupted. Now Berserker's call to reinitiate. Yao comes in, blinks right in the middle of the fight. As much damage as the Timbersaw can do, gets the kill on the Wisp, but it will cost them their Visage. Cloud9 doing the damage here is now in July lockdown. Another Berserker's call. Envy swapped out, but still dunked. The Axe lives long enough to do massive damage to the Dire team. And even though Cloud9 are getting the better of the trade so far, it's not over yet. The Birds will chase down Misery. Sylar now locked down. It's just Yao alive. Gets Fada as well as Bone 7 low, but can't secure the kills. Buyback from Axe. Looking for some more dunks. It will be Cloud9 that trade 2 for 4.
That was really close for them to getting another 2 kills. He missed one of his Timber Chain, otherwise I think they would have gotten at least one more extra kill.
I think it would have been totally different if he hit that Berserker's Call at the beginning too. Stop Envy from the Omni Slash.
Yeah, that would have been big as well. But at the end of the day, Envy still died. He used a buyback on the Axe, so I guess at the end of the day, C9 is going to be happy of the outcome of that combat. Roshan is still going to be up for grabs. Lycan respawning in 30 seconds. I guess it's going to be everyone up, all 10 heroes up before, again, if they want to fight for the Roche. Omni Slash another 27 seconds, so it's going to be ready for the next fight.
All right, Cloud9 go right into the Roche pit. They weren't smoked up, so Radiant have vision. They've got a ward on the high ground on the other side of the river.
Yeah.
They should be pretty aware of how quickly Roche can go down.
They need to get the Witch Doctor ulti this time.
Oh, in July comes in. Misery caught by the call and now gets dunked. Bone 7 with an aggressive duel onto Faith.
Faith again.
They mech him up though. He almost lives, but no. Bone 7 does secure the kill. Big Daddy locked down, killed by familiars. Now on the other side of the fight, it's Fata. Dueled by In July, now MMY on the run. In comes Bone 7, cleanses Fata, gives him a little speed boost, makes it an easy kill on the Bird. Reinitiation now. In July comes in. They drop the Juggernaut in a matter of seconds. Bone 7 and Fata trying to run away. Sylar in hot pursuit in the ultimate form. All of his units continuing to chase them down as well. Pressure attack comes out in July. Blinks forward. There's the Shiva's Berserker's call. Will connect. Bone 7 in a lot of trouble. He'll go down. It's just Fata that stays alive. And LGD strike back again. Taking another fight. Yao just TP's out, but Fata might still find the kill. No. In July. Makes it out also. Roche still up for grabs, but this time it's LGD that take the fight. Lycanwolf denying a bottle in the pit.
That fight was very, very close. It could have went anyone's favor, but yet again, you could see C9 know that the Witch Doctor ulti is the most crucial thing in LGD's lineup. 3 fights in a row. Bone 7 blinks those, gets the Witch Doctor down off the fight first.
Do you think Witch Doctor should make a pit stop here before finishing the Ags and just grab that Ghost Scepter you were talking about to deal with the duel? Is it worth it for him here? I mean, he's already got Ogre Club and Point Booster, so he's already pretty tanky.
I don't think he wants to do that though, because the Witch Doctor upgrade on Axe is just so good.
Yeah.
And if he wanted to do that, he would have done it a long time ago. If he, I guess he's gonna finish it. Here comes Feta, gonna pop the Shiva's Gut, runs into the Roach Pit.
Still goes down to the Radiant, though. Lycan the one to grab the Aegis. Faith on the backside. Does channel the ultimate for a little while. It costs him his life, but they get the kill on Big Daddy before he goes down. Fata now on the run, but gets hit by the Shivas. They should be able to bring him down here. It's a 3-on-1.
They're going to reclaim the gem as well, Zyori.
Oh, yeah. Fata's the one carrying it. They really want this kill. The dunk from Axe secures it. A double for In July, and the gem gets in the inventory of Yao. It's a 2-for-2. But it's LGD that get the huge advantage, securing the Roche and the gem once more.
Yeah, but like you mentioned, is he going to stop for the Ghost Scepter right now? After every fight in the last 15-20 minutes, he's been getting focused on time and time again.
I feel like it's a worthy pit stop at this point.
The more I think about it, probably he wants, like, he's been dying anyway. He's not going to be able to get anything else.
Yeah. But it's LGD moving towards the high ground. They force out the glyph right away. You hear that howl from the Lycan. In comes Bone 7, though, looking for a dual target. Can't quite find it. In July, in very deep. Gets off the Berserker's call, making some space for Sylar to do the damage. But it's just a kill on Axe. Now LGD need to retreat. Sylar, with a little bit of time left on the ultimate, will be able to make it out, it would seem. And yeah, Timbersaw.
He's too fast.
He'll be okay. And they keep the gem safe. It is in the inventory of the Timbersaw. Cheese on the Axe. He had it, but unable to pop it in time.
Yeah, he died in a dual duration, so couldn't pop anything. And Big Daddy Note is gonna finish his. I think this is a very crucial item. Blats.
Ooh, Sylar. They want to chase him down. He has an Omni Slash. No, he does not. Never mind. And Yao comes in, getting that big body in the way. Lycan will live. Omni Slash not up for another 15.
They're gonna have to sack this tower, I guess. Axe has 50 seconds on the sidelines. They won't be able to fight without their most farm hero here. And Yao, at the very best, can try to slow this push down with his Chakram, do some damage to the creep wave.
And Axe does have a buyback here, though. Timbersaw, the only other hero with enough gold to make it happen. They will move towards the high ground. Radiant have a glyph available. They use it. Oh, no buyback. It's on cooldown. Pardon me. You're right. So it's still 25 seconds. Only half damage done to the tower, though.
Oh, that was weird. The buyback state. No, it actually said.
Oh,
no.
I think I looked at Lycan. Yeah, I misread. My mistake. Okay, so now they go back in onto the tier 3 tower. EE in the front lines with his tether buddy behind him. They get the kill in the Necro Book. They go straight for the melee barracks. They need to defend now. Omni Slash flies through, does a lot of damage spread across all of the heroes, though. Nobody on LGD particularly low. Faith responds with a Death Ward, and that will push Cloud9 back for now.
They need to get back now. Axe is already out.
And he's got the cheese. Okay, so a pretty good hold for LGD, a 4v5, and they only lose their tier 3 tower.
Yeah, all the fights have been really 50-50. Anyone could have win the fights. Like, I think the crucial hero, yet again, C9, they need to be able to take down the Witch Doctor. Every fight they take down the Witch Doctor, they've been winning all the fights. And for LGD, the call has to be on at least 2 of the calls. If he can actually call enemy before enemy drops his Omni Slash, the fight usually goes to LGD's favor. But if enemy dies but actually gets his ultimate off, LGD would mostly lose the fight. So it's gonna be about how LGD will be able to protect the Witch Doctor, and if they can actually jump on the Juggernaut first before he unloads his ultimate.
So Assault Kuros up on Cloud9. Bristleback has it completed.
You know, with that being said, Zyori, I really think Ghost Scepters could actually change the face of the fights.
Yeah. I mean, C9, they don't have any defusals. They don't have any even in construction. So I completely agree. But we'll see an Aghanims now up on the Timbersaw. Big damage output increase here for LGD as they smoke through the mid lane.
Very devastating against the Bristol, the Wisp, and the Legion Commander. All of them do not have BKBs.
Yep.
Except for the Legion has BKB.
It's the only one.
He's the only one that has BKB.
So LGD not going to find too much out of this smoke. Cloud9 in a very defensive position, just all turtled up in their base. They will dodge it for now. Also, the AC is up on Lycan, so 1 AC apiece. They still have Aegis Cheese. How much is the time left on the Aegis? Got to be like 2 minutes, so less than a minute.
It's going to be
like
over.
45 seconds. So LGD, I don't think they'll be able to make too much of a
Power
use
is
out
low
of it.
though.
However, Lycan does have a double damage rune, and there's no glyph on the Dire for about a minute 20.
We all remember last time when this happened when Lycan had a DD.
Yep. And Bristleback is not with him right now. He is pushing the top lane. Will start to TP back, but not going to be here in time to save the tower. Sylar goes right for the structures, and he'll bring down the melee barracks in a matter of seconds. Now Yao hops forward in July shortly after. Eternal Envy with the Omni Slash. Can he actually get it off? He will. LGD still with all 5 alive. They get the kill on Wisp. Now their Witch Doctor goes down. Buyback on the Wisp. It is a 4v5 on the field. C9 with the advantage, and LGD will make the right call to back out. But the swap pulls Axe into an awkward position, and in July just plays Sacrificial Lamb. Makes the space for his team to get out, as he's definitely going to fall. They get the melee barracks, so end of the day, LGD kind of got what they came for.
Yeah, but I don't understand why the Witch Doctor has been so up. He was so up deep in the fight that it gave the Bone 7 Legion commander an easy duel on him. He just literally saw him in the middle of the high ground and just blink and duel him. Like every fight he's been doing that, he needs to stand way further behind. He can't be anywhere near the fight.
Unless he gets a Ghost Scepter, then maybe. Maybe, just maybe.
Just maybe, but you still rather not get focused by the duel.
I'd rather sit back. So he's got 900 gold now.
I think he's just gonna finish the axe and hope for a better positioning so that the duel doesn't get casted on him.
I mean, if he goes for the axe, the nice thing about that is it really just takes one team fight where they don't get the duel off on him, and
they
the
win.
damage is crippling.
And
so
it's against a Lycan, one fight, game over.
Yeah, exactly. So I see the trade-off here. The Ghost Scepter feels a little more safe, but if you get the Ags and that you get that one amazing situation, then you can pretty much end the game off of it. Cloud9, though, they're feeling the heat at WinteR. They're going to group up and take out this last outer tower for LGD.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I don't think they'll be able to push high ground yet, but it's going to take a while before Cloud9 tries to siege high ground. LGD would be the ones having the stronger lineup to siege the high ground now. Just look at the items again. AC, Necrobook 3, Vlads.
There is an AC on the Dire side, so they kind of counter each other out. But the level 3 Necro, the Vlad, well, there's a Vlads on each side also. It's actually fairly comparable.
It's
less than Necro.
The game is very, very even. Like anyone could take the game. Like if you look at the net worth, it's almost the same.
Within about 2,000.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think Envy should itemize with? He's got like 6,000 gold. Okay, he just picked up the Eagle Song, so he'll answer that question for us. It looks like Butterfly going to be his item of choice here.
Yeah, a lot of physical damage again from LGD side. Getting that evasion, very, very good. Lycan generally doesn't like to get a Monkey King Ma on that hero.
If he can avoid it, yeah, you'd prefer not to.
Looking at all the fights, I still think Faith has to be positioned really back. He can't allow the Legion Commander to get an easy duel on him unless like they commit a swap just to cancel the Witch Doctor ultimate. If they have to do that, it's at least a lot better for them since they can't use the swap to maybe save Theta or save Eternal Envy in the fights.
Yeah.
But he can't just get dueled by the Legion Commander that easily again. A lot of damage source comes from him alone.
Yeah. All that physical. Halberd, is that a Halberd up on Axe? He's had that for
Yeah, he had
while.
that.
Yeah, he's had that for a while. Oh boy. For staff now for in July on the Courier, so Axe going to get another mobility tool. That's what I was thinking of. So close those gaps a little bit easier. This Roche will be a much longer respawn though, about 2.5 minutes, close to the max. So maybe good news for Cloud9
That's actually
here.
a lot better news. Yeah, but I was gonna say Cloud9 would be really happy if it takes a longer time to respawn for the Roshan, so it would delay the fights and they can actually get more items on their heroes. Bone 7 hasn't got any item progression yet, just saving for buybacks at the moment. Theta has the double armor, Shivas and Assault Kyrias, another 5k gold. He's the most farm hero on the map after
Yeah.
all the fights that have been going on.
Is that a good thing, though, having your Bristle at the number one
mean,
farm?
Bristol with a Abyssal would be, you can carry a team fight alone with that. Like,
Alright.
Envy has been constantly being focused by the axe all the time.
5,200 gold. He could be getting close to an Abyssal
Yeah, I think you
Blade
go
here.
for the Basher Abyssal right now as the Bristol. You don't need more HP in the form of the heart. You have a lot of attack speed with the AC, SMY, and your Warpath. So you
He's
go
got
for
more armor than he knows what to do with.
that's why you go for the Abyssal Blade right now. It will be the biggest pickup that he is gonna be getting right now.
Okay. And smoke from LGD through the mid lane. In July, leading the way with his new mobility
no.
items.
Cloud9 is on the high ground.
Timbersaw is not with them either, so it is a 4-on-5 if they choose to engage this. LGD smoking on through. They've got a ward now on the high ground,
They
but
know
Timber does have BOTs.
they know they killed the wolves before this Misery has a gem. Would this be a similar situation where LGD runs up the high ground and loses multiple heroes?
Possibly. Timbersaw joins the party. BOTs in
They
the
need to get
familiars,
out.
it
This
looks
is
like.
this is a very bad position for them to fight. You
Yeah.
can't run up the high ground against all those heroes.
Yeah, they're just going to back out and go around the other way. Cloud9 still just turtled up inside the Radiant jungle. Could be a battle for Roche here. It'll be up in just about a minute's time, and both teams eager to secure control around the pit.
LGD can just use their summons, the walls and the familiars, to actually push the lane so that you force C9 to go back to the base, or even the Timbersaw with Boost of Travel and Blink Dagger. Just split push around the map, force them back, and you move them around the map, then you control the Roche pit better. It's gonna be out soon.
Yep, LGD feigning a push mid as they go back to the Roche pit. Lycan Wolves doing some scouting here.
They have been all 10 heroes have been standing here for quite some time, and LGD gonna make the
Right. I feel like
better
this-
move. They're gonna force one or two of heroes to go back though. They want to do that,
Yeah.
and then they go for the Roshan after that.
Yeah, I feel like this kind of stalemate is for good reason. This next Roche is very important. If LGD get it, defending the high ground for Cloud9 will be very difficult. C9 kind of need this to extend the
Wow.
game. They
Can't
move
be.
into the pit. They kill Roche very quickly, but LGD, they're here. They're going to contest it in July. Goes cruising into the pit, stops the assault for now. Death Ward onto the high ground. Faith with beautiful positioning. Yao still falls, but they get the counter kill onto Bone 7. A 1-for-1 straight away. Timbersaw will be back in 20 seconds with BOTs. Sylar, ultimate form, will try to run away, but gets stunned up. Can he make it out? Oh, he's slow, and he'll go down. 1-for-2, double for Fada. Buyback on the Lycan. They need to contest this Roche, and they will. In July, on his way in to try and buy his team some time, but it's just him right now. He goes in, duel on Big Daddy. Not going to stop the Roche. Bristleback gets the Aegis, and not sure where the cheese ends up, but LGD will have to hand the Roche over. Cheese on the
Envy.
jug.
And he got
Yep,
the, here comes the call from in July yet once again. Wow, he's gonna be dragging Envy into the fight here, and Feta running in like a man with the Aegis on his disposal.
He's so brave. LGD pretty healthy for now, but the Quill's starting to stack up. C9, they get a dunk, or pardon me, LGD get a dunk on Big Daddy. In July, taking some pretty big damage here. They will get a clean pickoff. Sylar trying to chase down Envy. Can he find the pickoff here as well? Cheese has been passed over, and he'll give up on that front. Now they turn to Fata. He still has the Aegis, but even being able to burn it here would be nice for LGD. Crimson Guard comes out, and against all of these summons, he will stay safe.
Oh, they almost got the Aegis from Feta there. It could have been big, but he's gonna have it for the next fight. And C9 looking more and more ready to actually push high ground this time. They've been defending for the past 15, 20 minutes, and this is gonna be the time for them to just get a push, go into the LGD space with the Aegis.
Yeah, they will be forced to glyph to try and save their ranged barracks down bottom as the creeps push in. And Cardi going to do some good damage to it, but ultimately they will defend. 8,000 gold on the Bristle as Cloud9 take the biggest lead we've seen this game.
This Bristol is gonna be so scary with the static charge on him from Envy. Just running
Yeah.
in with the armor, and he has 8k gold. I think he just wants to use the Aegis right now, so he can actually buy an item.
Yeah, we see the Crimson Guard on Bristle pretty frequently, but this is a great game for it against the Lycan Wolves, Familiars, the Necronomicon units, really mitigating a lot of damage.
He's
As-
going for Butterfly.
Yeah, he
just
picks
left,
up the Talisman.
left his Sanj and Yasha at the base. Going to finish the Butterfly.
Yeah, looks like it. All right,
Yes, he's going to finish the Butterfly.
Butterfly Bristleback. Okay, you don't see that one too often, but Huge EHP. Could it be a halberd?
Is he making?
No, he's already picked up the Eagle Song. Yeah, no, that's a full butterfly.
That's a full butterfly, yeah. It's gonna give him a lot of attack speed, mediocre damage, but yeah, Lycan basically cannot kill him right now. I don't think he can kill him without a Monkey King bar.
So this basically forces the Lycan into MKB at this point, right?
Yeah, you have to get one, but he's nowhere close.
Double butterfly. Yeah, no reason not to get it. Hex. Is there any kind of Hex inbound for LGD? Timbersaw would be a good carrier.
Timbersaw, he looks like he's building a Shivas.
A second Shivas.
But yeah, I don't think that would be very helpful right now. The Hex, like you mentioned, would be the ideal tool to take away the evasion from the Butterfly against the Bristol or against the Juggernaut.
Yeah. Sylar, yeah, not even close to an MKB though. 2,400 gold. Go ahead and pick up that Demon Edge. Still has a good bit of farming to do. 2 minutes left on the Aegis. Cloud9 will smoke, rotate through the mid. Looks like a double damage rune is also on the Bristleback. A pretty scary time for LGD to take a fight, and they will position themselves defensively and be a-okay.
Well, I just want to see them use their summons just to speed push the lane and just make sure that they push from a safe distance. Yeah, they want to get a dual initiation, but everyone's back in the base.
Yep. LGD gearing up to make the defense. Radiant have a glyph available here.
This Bristleback is so scary. Static charge gonna be put on him soon by Envy, I guess, and with the double damage, this Bristol is just so damn scary.
Yeah, double damage will expire, and Big Daddy tethers to him, but the tether actually gets broken. LGD trying to find the right angle to initiate here, recognizing Fana has the Aegis.
Call.
Not the target they want. They try to call him back, but he's pretty damn slow, so they won't pull him too far out of position. Crimson Guard used just on Fata by Fata. Does not buff up anyone on his team, but he'll be okay. Survives through all that damage, and they're just slow sieging down this tower. Not so slow anymore as Fata starts laying in the licks. And in July, looking for some options here. There's the duel onto Sylar. They get the kill on the Wolf to start off this fight.
No buyback. He used buyback before.
Oh no, this is looking bad for LGD. They're taking a lot of damage. In July getting low, but EE wins the duel, at least for now. Goes down afterwards. Double buyback used by LGD. Axe as well as the Visage back in the fray, but as you pointed out, Lycan still dead. Faith barely still alive as Fata in the front lines, zoning out LGD as his team clears up the barracks. Envy did buy back for this. BOT's in. Now they relocate top. Cloud9 want to deliver the killing blow while they have the opportunity with the big wolf in the grave. Bottom lane of barracks already cleared out. Mid taking a lot of damage, and Envy still up top, ready to push into that lane as soon as the Radiant commit towards the mid. In July, now commits forward, goes in on the Misery. They'll find a dunk here. Can they find anything else? Now Fata in a little bit of a sticky wicket, has that back turned, trying to make it out. Chakrams flying through. They'll continue to slow him down. Berserker's call, they get the kill. So what did Cloud9 do in terms of damage? They get the bottom lane of barracks, a melee mid, and the tier 3 top. Big momentum, but still have not sealed the deal quite yet, as LGD will go straight up the mid for a counter push of their own.
Yeah, at best they want to force the Bristleback buyback. Wrench has buyout as well. Bone 7's going to be up for this fight. Well, damage already has been done, but at least the very least they need to be able to force the Bristleback to use his buyback to at least get some damage done.
They'll try it. The Venge buys back preemptively, but with Lycan still down for 15, this gets a little more tricky for LGD.
If they can kill Envy once more, they could be the ones winning the game.
Still no BOTs out on the Lycan, just trying to pull up for the MKB. Timbersaw.
Did he finish the MKB? No.
No. Just
it's a Dagon.
Yeah, it's a Dagon instead of a Scythe coming out for the Timber. Just hanging onto a casual plate mail for now.
It's a lot of burst damage though against the Wisp and the Venge. He will be able to take those two heroes out alone.
Ooh, another double damage rune up top. Gets scattered out by the Radiant, and Sylar throws it into the bottle. They call this the Rune of Many Wins for a reason here, WinteR. Could it be? Could it be?
But Bristleback they didn't force the Bristol to use his buyback, so I think if you're C9, you're happy right now. None of the buybacks being forced except for a Venge buyback on the course. Every core, except for Envy that he actually bought out just now, and Bone 7 doesn't have... his cooldown is coming off in 25 seconds. He's going to have a buyback the next fight as well.
And Lycans just came off cooldown, but won't have the gold for it. Did he just pick up a new item? Yeah, he just bought something, but still not enough for the MKB. I think he needs another 900.
No,
No, that was a gem.
He didn't buy
I
anything.
didn't buy anything, just didn't have as much money as I thought. All right.
Witch Doctor, it's gonna be up to you.
Okay, initiation here in July. Force staff back to try and pull him out of position. Yao taking so much damage. Sylar taking a lot as well. Bone 7 will be crowned the winner for some bonus damage, but ends up going down. Venge decapitated by the axe, as now Fata back turned, running towards the base. A 1 for 2. Cloud9 will be okay for now. Envy near the secret shop.
And that Death Ward just totally destroyed C9 there. That shows you how important it is for C9 to actually get the duel on the Witch Doctor.
Oh, Dire Glyph used a little preemptively here. Could make for an easy push for LGD.
That's a buyback on Bone 7 if they need to.
And top lane, oh, it's getting pushed in. LGD will have to defend with the Timber Saw. He died, came back thanks to those Bloodstone charges, has BOTs, will be able to get back into this fight. So it will at best be a 5v4, and oh no. Oh boy.
Whoops.
It's not just our observer, it's everyone.
Oh, everyone's lagging. Okay.
Yeah, it's Zyori Kale.
Relax. Everyone's lagging.
Relax. Everyone's got the lag. Okay, so we're going to sit in this pause for a moment here. We'll wait and get the update from the players. Hopefully it was just a spike and things can continue on here. A very sensitive time in this game.
You know, the more I think about it, I think it's actually more worth it for the Venge. They need to stop this Death Rod. They need to find him and take him out of the fight. Even if they don't kill him, they need to stop the channeling ulti from the Witch Doctor. It just deals so much damage. It was the majority part why they lost the fight.
Yep, and he has a Ghost Scepter.
He was
now
like
as
in
well.
this position here. No one could see him just now. Okay.
Yeah, just hiding in the trees. So, I don't know, with the Venge down for 45, LGD have a window here where they can maybe do a lot of damage. Remember, C9 have already used the Glyph, and it did not mitigate too much damage.
Yeah.
So this is a scary time.
Veta still has buyback if they need to use it. If he actually dies in a fight, he's gonna be able to come back very fast.
Okay. Yeah, these butterflies still pretty scary. For Witch Doctor, how long till his ult comes back up?
28 seconds.
28 seconds. That's not too long. May come in handy.
But if they try to fight now, if they want to fight, they have to go before he before he comes off cooldown. Maybe if they find an opening, buy back from the Legion Commander and try to take a fight right now before he has Death Ward. I mean, if again he gets his Death Ward up and no one's gonna stop the Death Ward, LGD would be very likely to win the fight.
Yeah. No doubt about it. Double boots up on Envy. Gets his BOTs. Still hanging on to the phasies for now. And actually, can we click on the Lycan after that last fight? Love to see his progression here towards the MKB. Okay.
Just the Demon Age.
All right, he's getting there. 1,500 to go.
One double jabber. One of the double jabbers available.
Yep. Although, yeah, okay. All right. Patience is the key here. Cloud9. Understandable why they want to wait until the lag is definitely gone. LGD are ready to give it a go. But C9 not willing to gamble with their barracks to see if the servers are back to stability.
They have to be really careful to make sure that there's no creeps in their base, or if you're LGD. They have Boots of Travel on Envy. If anything, it comes to a base race with the Juggernaut coming in and Whisk relocates someone into your base. That could be something C9 would want to do if they can't take a direct engagement. They have to be really careful to make sure that no creeps are in their base.
And Timbersaw will push out and then join the party. Okay, GG, let's resume. And now LGD just go straight up to the high ground. Wolves chipping at the tower. Sylar will be a little more patient and backs out. Unable to force a buyback quite yet. Looks like LGD will stick around.
Here comes the bots from the Timbersaw.
Okay, on his way in. They need at least a melee barracks here to level things out. Fata doing what he can, but here we go. Berserker's call to initiate, pulls Fata into an awkward position. Timbersaw gets behind him, starts poking him in the back for max damage. The Death Ward from Faith flying through, doing some decent damage. Lycan dives deep to bring down No Tail. He buys back right away, but Bone 7 just gets dunked as he tries to initiate. Now the buyback there. Fata, low on health but still alive, was tethered up, getting overcharged by Big Daddy. Goes back in, remember, he has a buyback available, but he'll go down and he'll probably be forced to use it. C9 quickly running out of options. Although Envy, here you go, Winter. The back door is real. He gets the mid lane of Barracks and might be able to mega LGD. This could turn into a good old-fashioned base race. Envy goes straight for the tier 4s. Berserker's call. Misery goes down. Bone 7. It'll be a dieback for him. Not many reinforcements left for Cloud9 to defend. He gets one of the tier 4 towers. One more still remaining, but LGD, they've got the numbers advantage. They get a tier 4 tower now as well. Envy.
He just got a Desolator.
Uh-oh.
He just got a Desolator.
From the enemy shop, he'll go into the tier 4 as well. It's going to be really close here. WinteR, C9 trying to defend as best they can. Fata, he's bought back. He's doing what damage he can. Radiant, they still had the cliff. That stops EE dead in his tracks, but they can't focus the throne themselves. Instead, they have to deal with the heroes. Fata doing a lot of damage. This is going to be damn close. So much on the line here. Eternal Envy might be able to do it to get his team 8th place. LGD, they just want the throne, but they can't. It's Envy. Oh my god, WinteR, you called it, and Envy did it. Cloud9. I can't believe it came down to that.
I actually thought the Wiz would actually relocate himself to actually help the Juggernaut to do damage, but instead he chose to stay back, try to keep Fata alive in the fights, but yeah, they just needed to be careful of that from happening.
Wow.
That was just a very
Cloud9.
Boots of travel.
Boots of travel. Good item. Desolator. Good item. What a heads-up play from Envy, though. That last second, go to the enemy shop, buy a Desolator, get that armor reduction to push that much more quickly. Without the Deso, they might not have won that. That was pretty damn close.
Yeah, it was gonna be very close.
Wow. So, welcome back, LD and Bruno.
Cloud9, now officially Cloud8.
Yep. They make the top 8.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much closer than that, though. Sneaking by a hair.
The closest game of the whole tournament.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
And now their reward is they get to play Secret in a best of 3.
hey,
Congratulations, guys. You're going to the lower bracket anyway.
at least LGD has to, only has a best of 1. If they don't do well in that best of 1, they're completely out of the tournament.
Yeah.
And they probably have to play
Brutal.
the loser of one of the 4. I mean, everyone that's in the top 8 is a very strong team.
Mm-hmm.
LGD, they will have to be scared because they only have a best of 1. If you look at the group stage, they lost 8 of their 15 best of 1s. So looking at that, they will have to really work hard if they want to advance further into the lower bracket.
Yeah. They felt pretty evenly matched against Cloud9, though. That was a pretty topsy-turvy game, constantly back and forth, both teams wiping each other.
I mean, to be honest, LGD very rarely feels outmatched. It's more just they don't close out games.
Yeah.
It's never like, oh my god, who are these people? They don't even belong in the same lobby as their opponent.
I think that this game, you could see a few fights where Faith just got so massively out positioned, he was so far up the fight. They got an easy duel on him, and those fights they were all losing because Faith couldn't get his that wolf down in the fights, and he was just easily taken out. And easy fight for Cloud9. It's very hard for him to just rely on his teammates. Oh, I can just get duel. You guys will do the damage, but it doesn't work in their draft.
It wasn't just Faith, though. That was not a standout game from Sylar at all. He comes to a lot of fights, ends up incredibly underfarmed that game. And I mean, normally he would have those items 15, 20 minutes
he
earlier.
died a lot of times in the early game, during the early to mid game.
I felt like he was very conflicted about when to fight and when to just split push. And it is a bit tough against the Wisp Legion
it's
commander.
The Wisp Legion commander. You try not to push so far because just one duel and relocate with Envy or whoever or Feta comes in, you're just dead as the Lycan. You're not going to get out of that situation. So you would be much more comfortable when you're fighting with your team. And if they were to duel you, you have backup in the form of the Witch Doctor and the rest of your teammates.